Hey everyone. Winter can be a little scary or depressing and just overall sad,
Yeah.
especially if you're a first time chicken keeper or those who unfortunately are new to the climate and are uncertain of what to expect. Today we'll prepare you to handle winter chicken keeping like a pro as we review the top 10 mistakes made during winter by those keeping chickens. And believe me, these guys have a lot of experience in this.
Making mistakes? Yes.
No, winter.
We get to practice winter chicken keeping 9 months of the year, so we're good at it.
So get ready. All that goodness is coming right up. Before we get into our winter mistakes, I've got a comment from John 100. I want you guys to chime in here.
Okay.
John 100 says, supplementing your hens with aronia berries extends peak egg laying. Is this true?
Well, I hadn't heard this, right? So I went ahead and went down that rabbit hole. Turns out, John 100, pretty smart guy. There are multiple studies that demonstrate that aronia berries, which are rich in antioxidants, can improve not only egg production rates, but also egg quality and overall hen health by alleviating oxidative stress caused by continuous laying.
Yeah, that's right. Research indicates that the high polyphenol content in aronia berries provides several advantages. Increased egg production, especially in peak and late laying hens. Improved egg quality, including stronger egg shells, higher Hoff units, which is an indicator of egg freshness and protein quality, and increased yolk weight. They have an enhanced antioxidant capacity. The berries help activate antioxidant pathways in the hens, which protects their liver and their ovaries from damage that can be caused by oxidative stress during the ovulation process. And this can potentially prolong the hen's productive laying cycle. And it also provides better nutrient utilization. So in late laying hens, aronia pomace supplementation improve calcium utilization and lipid metabolism, which are crucial for consistent egg production and quality.
Well, dang, that's pretty cool. You almost sounded as smart as John 100.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
not
a
true
big
because we didn't know this until he sent us that comment.
So do either of you grow aronia berries?
So I do. We always just call them choke berries, right? Although similar, they're different than choke cherries, which are also around here. Choke berries or aronia berries, they come from the rose family. They're high in tannins, resulting in kind of a tart, almost astringent taste if you try and eat them raw. But once you cook them and add a little sugar, right, they make fantastic jams, jellies, syrups, and apparently they also make a great supplement for chickens. So thank you, John 100.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Learn something new again. Excellent question. And what doesn't go well with sugar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what are the top 10 winter chicken keeping mistakes? Let's start on our journey.
All right, so we're going to start the list with number one, having the wrong chickens, right? If you live in a climate that is very cold in the wintertime, you want to make sure you've got the right breed of chicken. While chickens are widely adaptable, different breeds have been developed specifically for different climates. So if you live in a cold climate, opt for cold hardy breeds. Generally larger breeds and breeds with smaller combs and wattles, like the pea comb breeds are often a good choice for winter climates.
Yep. Mistake number 2, chicken sweaters. I'm sorry. I know that they're super cute, but those cute sweaters are absolutely a winter chicken keeping mistake. So chickens stay warm, right, by fluffing up their feathers. They trap little pockets of air underneath there. That's how they stay warm in the weather. When they have those sweaters on, they can't do that properly. So they end up actually being colder with the sweaters than without. So although they're cute, right, skip those chicken sweaters.
Yeah, so a lot of people will put those chicken sweaters on with the best of intentions, but it doesn't really help the chickens. And another thing that really is a people with best intentions thing is the use of heat lamps. So every year, hundreds of fires occur in chicken coops because people use heat lamps in there. And usually a properly designed coop doesn't need a heat source, even in some pretty cold temperatures. But if you are compelled to use one, or if your temperatures are really extreme, you're up there in northern Canada or something, stay away from the heat lamp. The heat lamp is designed to generate heat very intensely in a small area, and there are lots of chicken coop heaters out there that are better, safer options that aren't going to set your coop on fire.
Yeah. And mistake number 4, it happens a lot. And it's related to yours, right? It's a classic, I did the wrong thing for the right reason. In an effort to keep our chickens warm, we think just like our house, right? We want to seal that up tight, keep all that warm air in, keep that cold air out. But coops, well, they need ventilation. Without ventilation, moisture levels begin to rise and result in mold or respiratory issues. Excess moisture in the coop can also build up and then result in frostbite. While you don't want drafty, you do need ventilation, even in the winter.
All right. I like where we're headed here. Halfway through. What else do you have?
Well, speaking of drafty, that's actually mistake number 5. While ventilation's key, as you just noted, Steve, you definitely don't want drafts of cold air blowing on your chickens as they're roosting or as they're laying in the nest boxes. So cold winter drafts can be deadly for your flock. Close up gaps, windows, and doors that allow for drafts to blow across the chickens. Again, you want to ensure you have good ventilation for that moist, stagnant air to be replaced by fresh, clean air. Just don't draw that fresh air into the coop in a way that's going to blow right across your chickens.
Yeah, absolutely. So mistake number 6 is not keeping the coop dry. As mentioned, right, moisture, that's not going to be your friend in a chicken coop, especially in the winter. As moisture builds up from snow and frost, things being tracked in there as the chickens come in and out. Also, just the natural accumulation of chicken poop, very moisture rich. So cleaning up that coop, replacing wet bedding with clean, dry bedding is going to go a long way in keeping your chickens happy and healthy during the winter. Another option is to use the deep litter method. Even here, you may need to remove some excessively wet material and then add an additional dry material to keep the coop comfortable during the winter.
Now, number 7 on our list is not having a plan for dealing with the freezing water. So water is essential for chickens, just as it is for us. They need it to digest their food, to produce eggs, to regulate their body temperature. So in freezing temperature, water fountains and dishes can freeze over in as little as an hour. And without water, that egg production is going to fall, the chickens won't eat. Eating and digestion is part of what generates the body heat for them to keep warm. So there are several options to keep water from freezing. Find out what works for you. I use a electric water fount that plugs in to an outlet, keeps the water from freezing over. Whatever you choose, whether it's going out there every few hours and checking the water and replacing it with some warmer water, but have a plan to keep the water unfrozen so they have it available all the time.
Yeah. And the 8th mistake is kind of related, and that's not stocking up and preparing for a little extra feed and bedding during the winter. As you noted, Brian, digestion is a heat generating process. And so naturally during the winter, chickens are going to eat a little bit more just to stay warm. Also, whereas during the summer they may have been going out and getting some calories and things as they forage around the yard, that may not be possible in the winter. So what you're going to find is your food intake goes up during the winter. You're going to need to feed a little bit more to keep those chickens happy and healthy and warm. The other thing to think about when it comes to storing a little bit extra feed is wintertime, right? That's a time for unexpected blizzards, ice storms, cold snaps. Being prepared with a little extra food and bedding on hand prevents an emergency. If you get snowed in, which has happened to us, right? You get snowed in, you can't get out, or the trucks can't bring the supplies in and the food stores out of feed. Having a little bit extra on hand is a good thing to have during the winter.
Yeah, don't wait till the last minute to go get your supplies. Now, number 9 on our list of winter mistakes is not letting your chickens out of the coop. I get it. I mean, I don't want to be outside during the wintertime either, so why would my chickens want to? And some days, they may opt to stay inside, especially when it's cold and windy, when you add the wind in there. But it's important to give them the opportunity to get out and get some fresh air and some exercise, and if they're lucky, a little bit of sunshine. Yeah. Just like we get cabin fever, chickens cooped up all winter can get coop fever, which can lead to bad behaviors. So give them days where they can get out and enjoy being a chicken. You may be surprised at how excited they are to get out of the coop, even if there's snow on the ground, even if it seems cold. They're just happy to get out and get some exercise.
Yeah. And coming in at number 10 on our list is not gathering eggs often enough. So when temperatures get cold, like they do around here, right? It's not only the water that will freeze. Those little globes of shell deliciousness will freeze solid as well. So when it's really cold, you want to check for eggs more frequently so you can get to them before they freeze. Just remember when you do that and you stick it in your front pocket, remember that's there before you lean over the fence to feed the pigs and break that all over the pocket. Hey, we've all been there.
Yes, I certainly have.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's our list of the top 10 mistakes chicken keepers make caring for chickens over the winter. And if you are somebody who has moved from a warm weather climate to a cold weather climate, I don't know.
What were you thinking?
Why?
Yeah, I have to question your judgment. Bad decision. Move back as soon as you can. But if you have an idea that we've missed or something that you think we missed, drop it in the comments. We'd love to read about it. Or if there's another chicken topic that you'd like us to cover, throw it in the comments. We'll talk about it. As you can tell, these guys love to talk. But just let us know. If you haven't already, give us a like. And if you don't mind, subscribe. It really helps us out. We can get this channel growing, right?
Yep, that's right.
Great knowledge for everybody. And as always,
Thanks, everybody. Keep on hobby farming.